What's up, Warrior Babes? Hey, everyone. Nikki here, and welcome to our Saturday Warrior Babe Revolution Rally Call. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Maybe some of you guys are listening to me while you guys are sitting on the beach or you're doing a staycation at home and you're with your kiddos, whatever it is. Super excited to be here, and I hope you guys get tons and tons of value today. So we're going to get started today in just a few minutes. So go leave a comment to all of the other Warrior Babes inside of the Facebook group right now. Let them know that this call is getting started. And if you guys are new to Warrior Babe, first off, welcome. I'm so excited for you guys to be here. We do these rally calls every single Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss them. These rally calls are lit. They're on fire. There's some new topic every single week where I just give you tons and tons of motivation for you to get your week started right and in the right kind of mindset. So if it's mindset, it's macros, or it's workouts, whatever the topic is, it's always a really good one. And it's always really super powerful that you guys listen to it, tune in, and then take whatever I tell you guys to do and move it into your week. So make sure that you guys mark your calendars for this date every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and set your alarms for at least like 5 minutes early, like 10:55 or whatever the time zone is for you. Make sure it's always 5 minutes earlier before these calls get started so you can tune in, get yourself set up, put your earphones in, go grocery shopping, get the kids in soccer practice, whatever it is, just as long as I'm in your ears. All right? Really quick, before we do start, make sure you guys go into the Facebook group, tell the other babes that we're getting this call started, and let them know that this is going to be a fire topic today. So before we do get started, I want to run through some updates with you all. If you are new to Warrior Babe, please make sure that you go through all of the Warrior Babe Revolution Blast-Off emails, and they are also now inside of the Facebook group. If you click on the Learning tab beneath the Warrior Babe Revolution photo at the top, there is all of the Blast-Off videos, the tasks for you to complete, to download, to print out, to finish and fill out for yourself, so you have them somewhere in your home. I can't stress how important these videos are if you are new to this entire kind of lifestyle. They are going to set you up every single day for success moving forward, so that you don't feel overwhelmed when you dive into this, to the Warrior Babe, or you don't feel overwhelmed if you're diving into macros. Every single day, and each one leads off of each other. It's going to set you up for the long-term success that you need. There's first 8 days of mindset, because you guys, mindset is totally overlooked in this industry and vitally important for your goals and the things that you want to accomplish moving forward. So they are set up strategically, all mindset, then macros, then workouts, then you dive into this lifestyle. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, I highly recommend that you go through those videos. I can't stress it enough. I'm always going to be stressing it to every single new Warrior Babe that's new. Inside of the Facebook group, like I said, you can watch the first video and all of the other videos that are there with the blast-off sequence. They are so important. If you guys have any questions, please don't be the person that asks questions that can literally be answered inside your application. Take the time. If you are new, take the time to search there and listen to everything that I'm sharing with you, all the valuable content inside of the application. Make sure you go there, get your questions answered through what I'm sharing with you, because that's the only way you're going to learn this kind of stuff, is if you learn the knowledge yourself and understand it yourself. Now, if that question that you were seeking is not answered inside of the application, then I've built an entire frequently asked question resource page, and I'm constantly always adding to it. It's an entire platform with all of our most frequently asked questions, from all the veteran babes to the current babes to all the brand new babes. So if the question is not answer inside the application, you can go to that frequently asked questions resource page. All the answers are going to be right there. Then if your question's not answered in those platforms, then head to the Facebook group. And then that's where you can then ask, hey guys, is this question answered somewhere? Maybe I'm missing it, or, and then we're just going to tell you to go to that specific area of the application so you can learn it. But if it's another question, the fellow Warrior Babes and myself and Kate, you guys have seen Kate Holly. Anybody that's new and is just joining into the Facebook group, you're wondering who Kate Holly is. She's our community leader. She is amazing. She's been a Warrior Babe for 3 years and wants the same success that she's gotten for herself, for you babes too as well. So if you have any questions, fellow Warrior Babes inside the Facebook group, you can ask them. You can tag Kate. You can tag myself. That more of the questions that are specifically for us, you can tag both of us. And I know there's a lot of stuff going around with these new updates that we just did to the calculator. Guys, this calculator is fire now. It's really honing in and making this experience so much more unique to you. Yes, the other calculations, they worked. The calculator worked hands down. But this makes it more unique and centralized to your specific body type because everybody is so different. So you guys can see everybody's chiming in on what body type am I? What body type do you think I am? And Kate and I are definitely more than happy to be helping each other out. You will see a common thread, though, as you're seeing us post. These are the specific body types that you may be. If you don't want to chime in, this may be yours. But just make sure that you're getting your body type right. If you fall into 2 categories, you always lean more towards one, okay? And the way that you look now and I was explaining this to Kate the other day, the way that you look now may be underneath all of this fluff that you have to get rid of, and then you're going to change your body composition to something different, right? So, for example, when I first started, I was a major ectomorph, just straight up and down, super skinny, but I was skinny fat. And that was really frustrating. So then I completely transformed my body to being a mesomorph. Now I'm that hard body, muscle, definition, all that kind of stuff. So even though you look one way now, you may think that you have some underlying characteristics of something, you can transform your body into and completely change your body type through dieting and through exercise. Now, if you're an endomorph, you can totally transform your endomorph body into a mesomorph. But if you are more on the overweight side and you carry your weight and almost throughout, that is what an endomorph is. They're carrying it more on their stomach, their hips. It's just like fluffy overall, right? You've seen some characteristics of that inside the group. That's more of an endomorph. I would highly recommend going more towards that endomorph calculator if that is you. Now, I don't want to make this whole rally call about the body types and the different kinds of what they are and what you should fall into, but you guys can see the comment thread going on inside the Facebook group, and those calculators are there to help really uniquely distinguish your body from everything else and make sure you're doing the right thing for what your body needs. So those are new. The calculations are new. They're in the same exact spots as the other calculator was. Nothing is different about that. Just the actual, once you click on that link, the calculator inside is different. There's a new meal plan out. As always we update it weekly with a new meal plan. This coming week, the last Friday of every single month is when we drop the new workout programs. And then lastly, which I already talked about, was the blast off emails, which you guys can check out those blast off emails not only through email but also through the Facebook group. So, a lot of people were saying they're not getting the emails, If you're not getting them, A, that's what support's for. We can see what's going on in the back end. But B, now they're there inside the Facebook group. So there's really no excuses as to why you can't watch them, why you can't complete them, why you can't go through them, why you can't talk about that material. I can't stress how valuable that material is. It is. I wish I had that at the beginning of my journey and understanding how powerful our mindset is towards the goals that we want to accomplish for ourselves. Okay, so guys, today's topic, literally this came to me probably about 6 minutes before we dove on today's topic, so I'm super excited. Whenever they come to me like that, it means it's going to be fire. It means it's just coming straight from my heart and straight from my mind and knowing what you guys need to hear. Now, as I say that, some of these rally calls may be tough love and they may be exactly what you need to hear, but I'm also intentionally trying to pull you outside of your comfort zone. Okay, so everything throughout this whole Warrior Babe lifestyle is to get you outside of your comfort zone, do things that you wouldn't want to do. And, sometimes that's going to be hard. And sometimes you're going to be like, Nikki, like, I don't want to do this. And I'm just going to be like, tough love, that sucks. You have to do it. Or else you're going to be focusing on and still getting the current results that you're getting. So always know, if I'm giving you some tough love, if I'm being like harsh, or if I'm being just real and honest, it's because I had to go through exactly what you guys have gone through and had to do it myself and push myself to get to where I am now mentally with the mindset that I have. Okay, so always, this is going to be pushing you outside of your comfort zone. Today definitely is. I'm taking it from a few of my clients that are in my VIP and knowing that if they're struggling with it, you guys are struggling with it just as much as they are. I only have multiple handfuls of the VIP babes, but there's thousands of you inside of the Facebook group. So if they're struggling with this, you guys are struggling with this, okay? So I had a few of my babes this week kind of completely fall off track. And specifically, one of them is saying that they're having a difficult time because they don't really know why, okay? And they're like, well, why is it so hard for me to do? I don't understand it. Like, this person specifically is at work. She's so busy, and then she's like, she doesn't eat. And then she ends up binging at the end of the day because she got so stressed that stress caused her to eat so much more. And then she's over in carbs, she's over in fats, and she's just like wondering then, okay, well, if this isn't working, then, why don't I try this, and why don't I do this, or why don't I try some other kind of method that's out there? Like, what do you think about this? And it's just like she's completely lost and upset because her mindset isn't where it wants it to be, right? And she thinks that and is blaming outside external factors rather than getting inside of her own mind and figuring out what's going on, okay? So for all of the babes out there who have the difficult time with this, their schedule may be busy, you can't eat at work, and then they end up binging at the end of the day, this is directly to help you guys understand that it's not external factors. The second that you begin to turn the reason on external factors, you become the victim. Everything falls apart. You have complete control over what you want to accomplish. This is key, important to hear. I talk about this in the blast off emails, okay? So this babe is allowing these specific triggers of stress to take control of her instead of her being in control of them. Okay, so how some of you babies, maybe by the end of the night you find yourself in the kitchen and your hands in like M&Ms or some chips, and you're like, fuck, if I eat one, I'm just going to eat 10, right? Maybe if you have a stressful day and you take it out on eating all of this food. You're allowing those triggers of stress. Maybe your husband and you got in a fight, you're yelling at your kids, something at work happened, and you're letting them take control of you instead of you being in control of them, right? So the way to break through this is like the master question. Well, Nikki, how am I supposed to just, how do I break through that? It's not like something tactical that you have to do. It's not a diet or an exercise that you have to do, right? It's a mental shift that you have to make for yourself. The only way you can do this is if you actually do it yourself. I can talk you blue till you're blue in the ear, but until you actually do this yourself, that is the only time that you are going to experience this and understand how it feels to break through it. So once you feel that resistance, and you can feel that resistance, like, should I eat this? Should I do this? Oh, I know it's going to throw me off track, but, right? Like, you can feel that resistance. And you have to feel it, and you have to break through it. You have to completely do the opposite of what your mind is telling you that you need to do. Literally, this is the lower you trying to win out over the higher level you. This is what I talk about all the time. And it can apply to so many different scenarios. Like, it's not just being on vacation and being with friends. It's not. It can just be in your own head. Like, it can be in an internal battle rather than an external battle. So you have to literally feel that resistance And you have to break through it. You have to do completely what the opposite of what you think that you should be doing, right? So if you are going to put your hand into M&Ms, fucking do the opposite. Go get a glass of water. Go get something that's going to fill you up. Go chew a piece of gum. Like, do something that is the complete opposite of what you want to do. The second that you do that, literally this can shift in a matter of freaking seconds, you guys. After the emotion of that resistance is gone, right? After you decide you're not going to do it, that emotion of you actually doing it is completely gone. That resistance is gone. You've won, and it takes seconds to do. You are now in control, and this is your higher you winning over your lower level you. Okay, so guys, I can't explain how fucking liberating this is to do, but only you can master that once you actually take action. Guys, the thoughts in your mind, those thoughts, so let's say they're stressful thoughts and you're overwhelmed and you're frustrated and this didn't work out, right? One of my babes was away on vacation last week and the gym was completely portrayed wrong. The hotel gym said it was a 24-hour access gym and it wasn't, and so she wasn't able to work out, so she got overwhelmed and frustrated because of that. And so that added some more stress and made her go off track. But really, if you keep feeding that stress, keep feeding the overwhelm, keep feeding this, yes, you're going to create feelings that are causing your thoughts create the feelings, right? Then those feelings are going to create those actions that you take. So if you're constantly fixated on the negative, yes, you are going to get the negative. But instead of my babe thinking, well, fuck, I can't work out this weekend because the gym totally portrayed something wrong, what about like a freaking circuit, body weight circuit inside of your hotel room, right, that you can do to actually just get your blood freaking flowing? But you're not thinking on that wavelength because you're thinking negative. So, of course, you're going to get negative things and feelings and negative reactions. That's going to create negative freaking results. Right? So this babe, I have two scenarios are going on here right now, if you guys can keep up with me. The one was away on vacation. The gym was portrayed the wrong way. She got pissed off and frustrated, was triggered from that. So then she didn't do anything, and then she binged on alcohol all weekend. And it created a massive fucking difference in the results she was doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, until finally now she's caught back up. The other babe, stressed at work, didn't eat, ended up binging at the end of the night. And she got stressed over that, so she's frustrated because this doesn't work, or I'm not doing this. Why is this so hard? It's because you're focused on the negative. If you're constantly focused on the negative, you're going to get the negative shit results that you're focusing on. But if you can create and get control in your mind of what in this situation would my higher self do? What if I had everything, if I had all the resources, if I had all the equipment, what could I possibly do? You are going to start thinking differently, right? So if you can think differently, that's where you're going to start creating, getting the answers of what you should be doing, what you should do next. If it's the babe that's stressed out, she didn't get to work, how the fuck can she plan her next day? And how the hell can she stand up for herself and tell her coworkers, yo, give me 5 minutes to go eat my food in the break room? Guys, in my own personal experience, I worked in the emergency room. God knows how fucking chaotic, I'm sorry I'm cursing so much, God knows how chaotic it is inside that emergency room. If you guys know what emergency room looks like, there's tons of shows online. Just go watch a TV show. That's exactly what it looks like. You have no idea what's going to come through those doors, and the heart of a drop of a dime, you've got to go and respond to something. Somebody could be dying, needs chest compressions, needs an IV. Right? Okay, so I can understand that, especially because this baby is a nurse. I can understand that she doesn't have the time to eat. But this is how I strategically thought. Is that when I always am 5 steps ahead of everybody else. And that's exactly how you should start thinking, especially you nurses. And anybody, really, this can work for anybody. And the next, if I knew what was coming, if I looked at the waiting room. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm going to get this person. Or the ambulance calls, 5 minutes out, this person's coming in. What can I do in that 5 minutes, 3 minutes? It really takes only 1 to 2 minutes to down a meal. Guys, I was down chicken, broccoli, and rice on prep in literally a minute. So I don't want to hear any excuse that it takes me 30 minutes to eat a meal. No, we've only been conditioned that it takes 30 minutes to eat a meal because we get the 30-minute lunch breaks. You can eat a meal in 2 minutes. No question about it. Okay? So always be 1 step ahead, 5 steps ahead. If you know this is going to happen in 10 minutes, but you can break for a minute, you can tell your coworkers, hey, guys, give me 5 minutes to go eat a meal and I'll be back out. You are standing up for yourself. Not only are you standing up for yourself, but you're also going to perform better. You're going to be a delightful individual around your coworkers. You're going to be able to think clearly if you're handling patients. You're going to be able to perform your tasks better if you are in a better state of mind. Is stuff resonating with you? Right? I hope it is, because I'm lit up, right? I'm not going to take any excuses. I'm busy at work. I can't eat. If I'm a nurse in an ER and I can figure out how to eat all of my meals in a day, I don't want to hear it. Okay, I get the days. I wasn't always perfect, but I still got it in. All right? And then to the other babe, if, she's thinking about these negative thoughts that this gym isn't closed, or it's closed and it's not what it was portrayed on the internet, it's not 24 hours. Okay, well, what can she do? You can still do something. There's always a solution. You just have to have your mind look for that solution. And what is it going to be? If you're thinking negative, you're going to get the negative shit results. If you're thinking positive, you're going to be like, okay, this is what I can do next. This is what I can do to have at least like a 30-minute workout, body weight workout. Right? It's all in the freaking mindset. One of the babes said that she thinks that she needs to do calorie counting. What about that would be better? No, calorie counting, macro counting, neither, anything. None of this shit will save you or help you if you can't control your mindset. You have to get this mindset shit down, or macro counting, or, whatever you want to do, it's not going to help you unless you firmly start thinking differently and create feelings that are in harmony with what you want to achieve for yourself. And then with those feelings, you create positive actions to start working towards the goals that you want to achieve for yourself. And shit, with those positive actions, you get the results that you want, right? So I really hope this stuff resonated with you guys. I didn't have a topic on that. I just literally went straight from the heart. I don't know what the topic's name is going to be. Might have to have Kate think of that one for me after she listens to this. But really, guys, it comes from you creating the right thoughts in your head that are going to create the right feelings, that are going to create the right actions, that are going to create the right results that you want. Now, if you're thinking negative shit, you're going to get negative shit. If you're thinking positive shit, you're going to get positive stuff that you want. And it all comes with, if there's circumstances that you can't control, you can always control it. But there's specific situations like the gym or whatever work, you can be in control of it. You just have to start thinking differently. And you have to think, how can I control this to work for me and work for everybody else? And then you get the answers that you need. All right, babes, I hope this really resonated with you. If you guys if this resonated with you, I would love to know. Let me know inside the Facebook group, and let me know what you guys thought about today's rally call. I'll come up with the topic of this one today, but I thought it was fire because you guys need to hear this kind of stuff, right? Because sometimes there's situations that you think that you can't control, but you can if you start thinking in a different way. All right, babes, I hope that you guys have an awesome rest of your weekend. Be in control of the decisions that you make that always are supporting the person that you want to become. And I will see you guys for our Q&A call on Wednesday. All right, babes, have an awesome rest of your weekend. Be good, do work, show up for yourself. Bye.